Alright. My name is Sage Blake. I'm a wanderer, storyteller, artist to mature, and we're back with more MaG48. Last time, we became a mentor. No, in actuality, we handled Tier 7, if I remember correctly. So this time around, we're going to be tackling Tier 8. We're getting up there. If I remember correctly, there are only 11 tiers in this game, so we're getting pretty close to the end. Choose your Joe adventure book. If you jump, if you shoot, if you defend. What the f- I'm assuming all those are deaths. That's the only way any of these, silos end up going. But anyway, back to contest entries, we've got 39. Sarysa's The End of Needleman? The End of Needleman. Does that mean we no longer have to deal with spikes going forward? Oh, hell yeah, I'm killing Needleman! Oh, damn it. Now, the reason why I decided to choose Metar for this, not only am I getting all the rest of the costumes, but I've also wanted to show off custom costumes for a little bit too. MaG48HMML 2 had a specific feature where you could effectively not just earn costumes in-game, but also make your own. And this Met here, is one of the pre-builds. It's one of the ones that's completely in-game. Your sample, at least in this game, is Cherno. You know, in the case that you are familiar with Toho. However, just because there's a Cherno pre-built doesn't mean that there isn't, say, the capability of making your own entirely from scratch. And yes, that is something I'm working on right now. I want to have it ready, or mostly ready, for when MaG48HMML 3 releases. Because, for the most part, the process of creating these models has been streamlined. Starting within MaG24, and then proceeding into MaG2, etc., the process got standardized, effectively, such that most of the sprites and the sprite sheet is almost entirely the same. There's not much tweaking you need to do. There's no significant differences between sprites based on the sheets. The only real limitations are your art skill, and that's about it. Considering that every single sprite, if I remember correctly, is about... well, every box, rather, is about 32 pixels, if not maybe 64. But chances are you're not going to be using nearly that many. Done. That was a bit tricky. But yeah, that's something that I'm doing in the BG. I want to be able to create a full-on sprite, carry it into MaG48HMML 3. Maybe even a few sprites, depending on how much time I've got. Not only is it a good art exercise, it's also just dumb fun doing this type of thing, too. Creating your own, effectively, custom character sheets, allowing you to play this game how you want to play it, and with who you want to play it as. It was a genius feature that they introduced in MaG2, and carrying it over just only made the process better to refine. God damn it. Oh. This looks like familiar Needleman stage. Ow. It's kind of interesting seeing all these jump platforms, though. And the automation on some of this is actually really cool, too. Ow. Okay, so this... Jump to here, jump to here. Now I can make the jump. What worries me, though, is sections like this. Because these guys move scarily quick. Screw it. Ignore it. Ignore the challenge of the level. Besides that, it's also June 2nd right now, and it's like 9 PM at night. I'm feeling a little sleepy. But even then, I'm not going to let that impact my gameplay. Okay, maybe it will affect my intelligence. I forget what you're weak to. Regardless of the matter, I can just, do this. So there goes Sparkman. What? Huh? Oh, right! The custom model means that there is a bit of weirdness in terms of hitboxes. I'll remind, the approximate size of Mega Man is about 24 pixels. Yeah, that's a non-standard number, and for a reason. At 24 pixels, your sprite is usually large enough to actually tell approximately where you take damage and why you take damage. However, the custom characters have the same exact size. Always. There is no variance in that respect. Driven at home by these two lugs, a shared spark marker's ball, 670, that splitter, really made out of a piece, and whatever goes to the left. I went to the left. The size of your hitbox does not change regardless of what type of character you're using. Your character could be a single 3 pixel by 3 pixel sprite, if that, and you'll still have the same hitbox as Mega Man. That means that if your sprite happens to be a couple of pixels larger or smaller than that 24 tall pixel body, then sometimes things might clip you, and you might not realize what clipped you until it's already done so. Yes, it is possible to make custom characters and everything, but just because you can, doesn't mean that there isn't some level of standardization. This ain't the Wild West. Also having a bit of a time getting through this challenge. Mainly because some of these jumps are a little tight side for me to do. Whoa! For me to do with a control stick. Again, I'll remind, I'm used to using a D-pad. And as a result, a lot of weirdness occurs in terms of my jumping ability. There's a reason for this. With a stick, it's harder to properly manage your distances in how you're moving. Like, if you tap a stick, there's effectively a dead zone you need to overcome. That's how control sticks work. You put enough pressure until you can convert a dead zone into an active input. And as a result of that, because it takes a little more effort than, for example, flipping a D-pad, where it's pretty much a binary switch, either there's not enough or there's always enough, it not only leads to less tactile feeling... Ah, crap, I forgot to check the name of the level. We'll do that. It's not only less of a tactile feeling, which can impact a person's ability to properly make an input, but on top of that, there's more of a motion attached to pushing a stick as opposed to pushing a button. Buttons are easy to mash. Sticks, not so much. that. I don't think I do, even. Stupid chicky thrower. The music in this area is nice. Hello, Bat. You had a bit of health on you. Surprisingly meaty. Yeah, 5 HP is normally larger than what Bat mode usually has. Bat modes usually have like, what, 2, 3? To credit, giving it more HP to work with makes it a bit more of a challenge. Woo! Because then you have to think a little more about whether it's worth actually killing it. Tighter hole the planet naturally has. Xanadu gravity. Okay. What the hell? Okay, space gravity. So we have underwater gravity, but in subterranean? Okay. I understand. That's interesting. That's not well conveyed. I don't think that's supposed to be how you're meant to navigate that, but you know what? Sure, whatever. I also don't think that I want to risk all those spikes just for an E-tank. That's inevitably going to fill my health anyway. Yeah, and then with all this, also further dating when I'm recording this, Ty's currently got plans to run a Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Nuzlocke, and I'm all for that. Mind you, I'm a little bit off Pokemon compared to how I was maybe like 5 or 7 years ago. Ow. Right, that's another thing that is annoying about sticks. This is about using control sticks. There are occasional moments where your left input, because of the nature of the stick, turns into a right input. And at that point, there's not much you can do. Speaking of not much you can do, I'm assuming gravity is or Concrete Man's weapon is mandatory on that, because that jump is not possible to be made. That was a full tier jump, and it didn't bridge the gap. Right, back to Taunus. And Saturn's. He's planning on doing a Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Nuzlocke soon, and I'm all for that, because it looks at... He's been carefully thinking about what incentives to add to the thing. Okay, just missed. Perfect. Not a bad level. Oh, wait. I think I know who this is. Greetings, hostages, currently resident on the SS Ilroy. Please refer to me as Square Machine. As the most competent of the Box Cartel's enforcers, I shall be quick and to the point. I am currently somewhere in Tier 9. I challenge Metal, Mega Man, to find and duel me. That is all I require. Thank you for your time. Is this One Night in Xanadu? Yeah. This is Menace 2's One Night in Xanadu. Well, in that case, let's make this proper canon and pull out our Mega Man. Oh, wait, he said he was in tier 9? That's a bit peculiar, but okay, whatever. This looks cool, pun speaking. Almost reminds me of, like, an ice show ring. Can't wait till we get here, but that's probably next time we record. As tired as I am of these tricks, they actually suit you, Square Machine. It just wouldn't have been the same without you entering the room like that. Oh. My apologies for betraying your expectations, Mr. Man. It's fine, just don't call me Mr. Man. Anyway, you're a Cossack robot. What are you doing in this weird Wily cult? My apologies, Sir Man, but I do not believe I've time to respond to your queries. You must understand, I've calculated the length of our upcoming duel through predictive algorithms. I've scheduled my day and made reservations in accordance to that, so we mustn't dilly-dally. Hey, don't underestimate me! Don't confuse my calculations for arrogance. Results in mathematics are always certain. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 will always be 4. There are no factors that can change this. I don't know about that. If you take a 2 and mirror it, and then put it next to the other, it makes a fish. At the end of the day, we're both machines with AI composed entirely of equations, are we not? And the results of those equations are always consistent. Only an absolute troglodyte would be surprised by 2 plus 2 being equal to 4. I see you didn't have time to answer me, but still enough to make your speech. That was indeed also part of my schedule, Sir Man. If you were to try to interrupt me, I simply would have talked over you. Ah, the time has come. Our duel is to begin now, not 1 second earlier or later. Well, if you ask me, it's time to stop. Right, this thing. I vaguely remember this. What? Interesting. I don't remember some of these attack patterns. Color me very interested. Oh, this is such a unique fight. I think I love this. Each and every one of these box cartel fights have been reiterations of previous enemies. This is the first time that they've decided to remaster an entire boss, and I'm all for this. This is impressive. Woo! You gotta be quick on that one. Cool. Crap. I hesitated. Thou who hesitates is lost. Ah, so close. Okay, 1, 2. Done. That is such a cool boss, and I'm here for it. That's brilliant. Well, your calculations were wrong, Square Machine. I won in the end. Actually, Sir Man, I don't believe I said I calculated I'd win, did I? I merely calculated how long our duel would take. My calculation was entirely correct. Exactly 100 seconds and 883 milliseconds. Oh, that definitely wasn't 100 seconds. Huh? Are you saying you foresaw that you were gonna lose? Please, Sir Man. I didn't foresee anything. I don't deal in fortune-telling. It was good fighting you again, but I must report to my boss at once. His scolding shall last 1 hour and 13 minutes, and he'll make me take out the trash as punishment. I should be done just in time for our new episode of Boyorns in Love. Until we meet again, said man. This Don Atetamino guy. He can't be that Atetamino, right? I should tell Roll to record that episode for me. I'll probably miss it. Fuck you. Really? Of course, at that one instance, I go just enough up to toggle the thing, and you tell me to slide. I hate you. Right, back to tier 8, we have... Uh-oh. Number 37, Scatman's Worlds, Crashing in the Dark. Okay... I recognize the music as Catman. And I also recognize these platforms are here. Just as they were in Crashman's stage. I hear that robots with fire weapons have no problem navigating this dark pit. Interesting. So while the fire is active, you can see. And the fire is unlimited because it's a mandatory item. That's good game design. So this is effectively a... Okay, all the other weapons are still here, just fire is set to unlimited because it's a mandatory weapon. Cool. I gotta give it up, this is a very inventive way of using this weapon. Not necessarily original, but it doesn't have to be. It just needs to serve its purpose, and this serves its purpose and then some. Okay. I think I understand. So, jump with the right timing. There we go. Next room ahead is an oil leak. Pay close attention to the sounds you make when landing, especially in the dark, and use fire with caution. Got it. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Honestly, that's fine. We made it to the end. Don't really need beat. I especially don't need fire to figure out this room. I do need fire to figure out this room, though. Rush coil most of it. Damn it. Made it. Okay, so you're just gonna keep infinitely respawning, I'm guessing. I can also cheese this using Rush Jet. It's a cool platforming challenge, but no thanks. Probably where the holes in those last few crash lifts. Can't really fix them because of a sign. Main crash lifts have no holes. That's good to know. Oh. And by the look of it, you don't necessarily need to monitor the sounds you make. So much as watch the enemies and their pathing. Yeah. Good. Good. I'm gonna take their words literally and hope that means, yeah, we have no more pits going forward. Okay. Give me HP, please. Good. Woo! Nice try. And that looks like the end of this section. Sure enough, it is. Just needs to be whoever's down there. Okay, simple. And it's a fireman. I think I can do this without taking any more hits. Never mind, I guess I can't. Damn. But that's fine. We got back to the top, and we have a full stock of life. I could definitely beat him with a full stock of life. Yeah. Done. We could say we snuffed out his light. Anyway, number 36, Aria Genisi? Aria Genisi's Ancient Ziggurat. Why does this music sound familiar? I don't know why. Gabby. So far, so good. Right, I was mentioning Tay's, Nuzlocke thing. One of the bigger reasons why I'm bringing it up is because he actually asked me to help him create some of the rewards. Mostly because he was out of ideas himself. I hope I brought in some good incentives. We'll see. He seemed happy about a couple of the ones that I suggested. So I'll take that as at least a partial win. Ah! Nope. Okay, interesting. So you need to have them rocket off in sequential order in order to... Oh no. In order to make progress. These soccer ball lifts didn't really get to work this way within Strikeman's stage in Mega Man 10. Crap. If anything, they were never stacked ever in that game. Actually, what am I doing? New to this challenge. Please? Damn, fine. Done. Those Stegos have a lot of HP. Like, it's actually kind of obscene. Nice try. There are some very unique challenges in this, though. I'll give full credit on that. Eh. Okay, good. The double stacked fans like here don't really work. and they don't really work as of Mega Man 5 either, so that's normal. I kinda want those bolts! And mostly just because I'm 3 costumes away from having all of them so far. And it would be nice to have all the costumes just say, yeah, I conquered your challenge, and that's, what do you have to say about it? God damn. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. Yeah. And this is the boss. Looks to be Hornet Woman. Yeah. Ow. I think she's weak to fire. I mean, it would make sense, considering smoke usually, well, dusts out hornets. Done. Not bad. Number 35, Yoshiatom's Bunker 20XX. Nice music. And more of these things. Which I don't really view as much of a challenge, to be honest. You're incorporating the spider bots. Interesting. Those were also a Mega Man 10 enemy, and I remember them being an absolute jerk. Same as Chanky Masters from 2. Ow. Ow. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have some darkness to deal with. Great. And we don't have the fire lighting gimmick to help us this time around. Because that was a one and done thing. Let's not. Let's not and say we did. Spider. Oh. There's a one-tile gap, I guess. Ah! Damn it! Almost had it. I should have backed up a little bit, gotten a bit more HP. I'm surprised there wasn't a checkpoint up to that point, though. You know, I just thought of something, and I probably should have tested this out earlier. Salt water. Does it take out these chunky guys and, like... Okay. It has the potential to take them out in one shot. So that means it probably does 3 damage a clip? There we go. Okay, and slowly. Actually, no wait. Acid rain. Doi. Okay. First checkpoint. That feels a little sensible. Woo. Just take it a little bit at a time. Oh. Okay, can I bait out the spiders? Kind of. That feels like a little bit of a cheap shot. But it is possible to bait it, so maybe I shouldn't be too salty. Ow! Yeah, this situation calls for a lot of acid rain, given that many enemies. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Just for good measure. I don't even need to do that. This was a challenge that was already presented in Mega Man 10. Oh! And we're supposed to be using the spiders to gauge distances. Okay, that's a really cool way of doing that. So the grenade bots effectively light the way. I like that. This was a very well put together level. And then we get to the boss, which is, no, why? Okay, 2 robot masters at once. How to deal with them? Answer. I'd say Bomb Man is the first one we want to defuse. Because Toadman is not much of an issue. Bomb Man's bombs are not only high damage, but on top of that, he actually attacks. Level 34, your face is in the money! FrozenLab. Is my face in the money? I don't think it is. Areas of odd gravity, press up on a ladder to grab onto it, then press down to climb down. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that, but something tells me we're gonna see shortly. So far, I don't see. Ladders in the next room must be climbed on by pressing up, then you press the down, then press down to climb down. Okay. Oh. Oh! I understand. This is a really cool idea. It's actually taking the gravity ascension shooty thing. The shooty thing gimmick. Shooty thing gimmick. Yeah, that sounds like English. It's taking this particular gimmick that we've seen in a few other stages and definitely giving it a nice coat of paint. Effectively, they've turned this into a bit of a puzzle as to figuring out how you want to proceed. It is a bit annoying that you can't hit down to grip the ladder. I'm gonna have to train my head on that one. It also feels a little unintuitive to hit up specifically. Maybe that's just me? Okay. So far, so good. I could go for that E-tank, and honestly, I might. That's a free restock. So far, so good. Nightman bouncies. I'd rather not take the down path, even though it's a... Oh, wait, I guess we have to. Huh. And a mystery tank. We seize the rare and endangered Hornet Racer. It has not learned how to defend itself from predators, and just sits idle, occasionally showing its stinger. Please donate to save the Hornet Racer to help support this cause. If this beam moves and attacks you, their purpose is done, and you may freely destroy it. Okay then, so it did exactly that, so I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly... Hang on! What did they put in that stinger? I guess it has a bit of a delayed effect on it. Shit! That's a bit of a glitch. I don't know how such a situation could arise. Actually, I have a good idea. Mostly, it's just how the tiles were set in such a way that this particular platform up at the top there was only like one tile higher, and due to spawning from transitioning screens onto it, then it counts as a squish hazard. Which is kind of dumb, but that's how this works. Okay. So now you're also incorporating these things. Cool. Shit. Okay, good. So far, so good. Wah! Shit. Nope. Oh, no. Okay, that is a little finite. I don't necessarily agree with that, but sure. Okay. Try again. Okay. That was close. And now there's you to deal with. A little bit funky on that last challenge, but honestly, that is a very unique way of doing this, and it makes sense that Gravity Man is the boss here. Gravity Man's easy, but just because he's easy doesn't mean that he can't take me out. Especially with the ice physics on top of the usual gravity flipping. Yeah. Okay, maybe like 2 more charge shots. And 1 more buster. That was really fun. And you have a side quest for me. Gordon, press... well. If it isn't gorgeous Freeman. Sorry, someone was eventually gonna do it. Fastest ladder climber in the world, okay. FrozenLab. It's perfect training ladder. Clear that simulation while only jumping 6 times or less. Seriously? Okay. Plenty intrigued. I do have access to Russian chats, so I might be able to cheat some of it. Definitely not all of it. Damn it! Okay, back here. Right, this is a checkpoint, because the person that made the save was actually clever, and the second checkpoint right in the section. No, seriously, that's actually a good decision in this case. Okay, good. Good. Okay, that's 4. These don't count as jumps, fortunately. ladders here. Good. And all of these rooms make your jumps. Good. 3, 2, 1. Wait. This is the actual hard part of this. I'll bring the check of this. Damn it. Case in point. Because I was supposed to have made that twice over now. Oh! Okay. Wait for it. Okay. And I can beat this boss without jumping once. If anything, maybe to make it a little easier, I'll hold a second. Makes sense that I'd be the guys who can do this now. Here we go. Achievement.